Have you seen this? This just got released late yesterday. And remember, we were talking on Friday about the Newark mayor who was out there protesting at the ICE facility in Newark, New Jersey, and he was joined by those Congress people. It turns out they arrested the Newark mayor, and it looks like there's an investigation now into the Congress people. I got some unbelievable footage I got to show you of this LaMonica McIver who's out there. This is incredible. She's the lady in red, by the way.
We should let viewers know there will likely be more arrests coming. We actually have body...
I'm going to get back to that because that's actually government officials saying we are going to be seeing more arrests. But before we get to that, Monica McIver, unbelievable, out speaking here, and it's sort of almost poetic. Every single time she tries to say something, the train just derails her. Remember the train. Watch it.
How this administration is trying to restrict Congress from doing their bare duties and the responsibilities that the people have elected us to do. What we just witnessed was just disgusting. I am very upset. I am very angry, and I am very hurt that they could be able to do something like that to us. These are people who are supposed to be officers, who are supposed to protect us, and they have done none of that. If they can treat 3 members of Congress like that, just imagine how they can treat people on the street each and every day, both undocumented and people who are citizens here in this country. It makes absolutely no sense to arrest the mayor of the largest city of this state who did nothing wrong. He went inside of the gate and told them that he was waiting for us to come out because we were conducting an oversight visit. They asked him to leave.
Right? It just couldn't stop happening over and over and over and over again. Every time she tried to say something, it was, rather clever timing. Anyway, Monica is being investigated now because you see there's some new footage that was leaked from DHS, this body cam footage, and apparently she got rather aggressive. If you're watching this, what you're seeing there is Monica in red. She's being accused of actually body slamming one of the ICE officers. I'm trying to see it. I don't necessarily see it in this particular video, but that is what she is being accused of. And this is just outrageous. I mean, to think that your Congress people, there are 2 Congress people there, and the mayor of Newark are engaging in this kind of effectively, disobedience, violence, if you can call it that. It's pretty discouraging, only in that, look, guys, law and order actually does matter. And if you're a Congress person, if you're a mayor, you should actually be standing up for the law, right? And in this case, they are trespassing. They have been asked repeatedly to leave. You see her. And again, we're looking at this body cam footage. I mentioned this for those of you that are listening on the audio podcast on Spotify or Apple. Thank you for listening. We so appreciate that. But again, I just want to walk you through what was going on. Here you see... Yeah, in that case, you saw the footage of the mayor in the crowd here.
Get over her! You are fascist! Fascist!
Okay, so again, you see that the mayor was arrested. He has since been released, but it is an ongoing investigation because, again, you cannot have an environment where state and federal law are at such odds. I mean, this is one, and I've said it, I'm going to say it again, the Constitution is on the side of the feds here. This is ICE's jurisdiction. They had every right to be there, and these guys coming in and saying, we're going to storm the detention center for ICE, like it's not flying. You can't do it. And here's Alina Habba, newly installed in her position there in New Jersey. She's not having it. She went on to Fox News as this whole thing was going on live and said, look, we're not standing for this, period. End of story. The law is the law. You got it?
What is happening?
Well, I can confirm, as I have publicly stated, that we have put the mayor, Ras Baraka, under arrest. You know, it's very simple, Martha. As I said, in the state of New Jersey, as Pam Bondi has said in the United States, we will not stand for anybody getting in the way of getting rid of criminals in this country. It's very simple. Unfortunately, the mayor has publicly for 3 days been saying that he's going to break in, eventually did break in, was given multiple opportunities to remove himself, failed to do so, and has been detained and will be charged.
And where is he being held?
I'm not going to speak to that right now. He's obviously in New Jersey.
But he's in custody.
Yes. He has been arrested and will be charged.
So the report of these individuals, and we have a live, this might be from earlier, this particular video. This is from earlier. Okay, we're going to go back to the live shot in a moment. But these two members of Congress, can you explain the description of breaking into this facility, exactly what they did?
I'm not going to speak to things that are currently obviously under investigation. I think that if you look at their Twitter, they were very public about it. Look, here's what I'll say, Martha, very generally. There is a problem in this country with breaking the law for the purpose of grandstanding and political hierarchy. That will not stand in my state. That will not stand in this country. Pam Bondi has been very clear of it. If you want to take taxpayer dollars and fly to Venezuela or wherever and meet with MS-13 gang members and use your name to encourage criminals in this country, that will not work here. It's very simple. My job as U.S. Attorney in New Jersey is to protect the New Jersey citizens, to prosecute them, and to run the feds. And that is what we're doing. And when the mayor decides to break the law, when congressmen sneak through gates, you know, there's a problem with that. The truth of the matter is this. We have zero tolerance. As one of my very favorite attorney generals said, no one is above the law. And that is the truth. No one is above the law. But I will tell you one difference between this current administration and the DOJ is we're going to prosecute criminals that are hurting our country, hurting our states. I am very much on board with that in a very much unpolitical way. I don't care who you are. If you do it, we will come after you. And it is very simple. The mayor was asked to be removed. He was asked several times. He chose not to. And now we are in the current circumstance, which is unfortunate.
Look, she's right. And I'm going to go back to just the law the way it is. And whether you want to go to the Commerce Clause, I mean, whether you want to go to the power of the Congress to have the uniform rule of naturalization, which actually is Article 1, Section 8, Clause 4, or you want to go to the Supremacy Clause, meaning Article 6, Clause 2, it's all there. And just to cite the Supremacy Clause, because I think this is important, there's this breakdown where somehow these states, people like Letitia James, think that they have supremacy over the federal government. And the reality is that they don't, because the Supremacy Clause with Article 6, Clause 2, basically ensures that the federal immigration laws override whatever it is that the state laws may be. So while states are trying to enforce immigration independently, right? We get that. We've seen that over and over and over again in New York and New Jersey, all over the country. California, the Supreme Court has actually struck down some of those efforts. Consider Arizona, for example, with their SB 1070 law. That was struck down by the Supreme Court in Arizona versus the United States back in 2012. On top of that, you have the executive power, right? The executive branch, which has the authority to enforce immigration laws, to interpret visa laws, to interpret asylum rules, and manage border enforcement. So this is not actually something that's up for debate. I mean, you can take it to the Supreme Court if you so desire, people. But what you're going to find is that the federal government and the president of the United States and the State Department, they are the ones with the jurisdiction here. So it will get thrown out. In the meantime, you just create a whole ruckus and we get to see, Monica, forgive me, LaMonica, it kind of has a certain roll off the tongue. LaMonica. I like saying that. MacGyver. Out there along with Robert Menendez. I guess he's a relation to the guy who's been thrown in jail for his bad doings. I mean, do you feel like a banana republic or what? Getting honked at every time she speaks.
How this administration is trying to restrict Congress from doing their bare duties and the responsibilities that the people have elected us to do. What we just witnessed was just disgusting. I am very upset. I am very angry, and I am very hurt that they could be able to do something like
I'll tell you, what's disgusting? What's disgusting is the DHS body cam footage that has been released showing that you were just a nuisance, a problem to law enforcement.
Hold it. Back up. Over there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Goddamn Gestapo, that's what you are. New Jersey's Gestapo, right here.
No, that's not the Gestapo. And you know what? As I said, there is an investigation ongoing. Let's hear from a DHS official speaking on CNN just yesterday. Here we go.
We should let viewers know there will likely be more arrests coming. We actually have body camera footage of some of these members of Congress assaulting our ICE enforcement officers, including body slamming a female ICE officer. So we will be showing that to viewers very shortly.
You say a video of members of Congress body slamming ICE
That's correct.
officials?
That's correct, sir. It's disgusting.
Okay, and so if you have that video, are you suggesting that members of Congress will be arrested who were there yesterday?
This is an ongoing investigation, and that is definitely on the table.
Who has the video?
ICE does, and we will be releasing that very shortly.
Okay. Let's talk about...
Okay, so they did release it, and that's when I want to go back to, again, this coming out. This is the leaked body cam footage. Monica MacGyver being caught. You can see her in red, body slamming potentially. They'll probably likely have more to come, but at least this is what we've got so far. I want to go back to it. We can watch it again together. Guys, did you hear that? She said, you can't talk to a congresswoman like that.
Get off of her! You cannot push it! You cannot Congress! You can't push members of Congress!
You are fascist!
Get off of her!
You are fascist! Fascist is people!
Wow. So again, you see the mayor being carted off. He's since been released. I want to bring up something that I saw Leslie mention in the comments. A lot of you have been saying, like, is this an insurrection? Like, what exactly was that, right? Like, it kind of felt like an insurrection. I mean, they've gone after J6, which seemed a heck of a lot more peaceful at times than anything we saw there in that video. And they're saying, you can't arrest us. You can't arrest us. Gosh, guys, you just like stampeded onto federal property. I mean, I don't know what you expect to have happen. You're going to get arrested, okay? Like, that's just the way it is. And I think more on this is about to come out.